Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Legaia. I'm your host Daveapow, and as you can see from earlier, I missed some pretty easy stuff, and the reason why I'm all the way back here is so that I can sell off useless items. Ooh, will I have enough? Will I? Ooh, I might have enough. Yes, I have enough. So I want, as you can see from that description down there, increases the rate of successful blocks. So that will greatly come in handy when it comes to surviving. So we'll go one for you. Increases. There. Alright. It just got a little bit harder to kill my team. So, I wanted to show you that. And while I zip on back to Byron Monastery, I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here in Byron Monastery. And the reason why I chose here instead of going to the obvious easier ways into the to where I'm supposed to go is just the fact that I want to show you something that I messed up on. So the best time to do is before you enter the West Vaz Forest, where the mist is too thick for you to even attempt to go through. You will trigger a cutscene, which I cannot do anymore, and I'm sorry for that. But what that triggered cutscene does is allows you to get a chest, and in that chest there contains an ivory book, and the ivory book allows you to increase your absorption rate of Saru by 30%, which is quite significant. And I actually need to go ahead and I should have just ran from this, but whatever. We'll just suffer through it, and I actually have to make a small slight adjustment in my options that I stupidly did not do yet. So hopefully this is the... Okay, yeah, that thing's definitely dead. Oh! Yeah. You're lucky you didn't get... Of course not. And yesterday, I was watching, I was watching through a 100% run of course, a 100%, not 100% run, an any percent run of this, seriously? Any percent run of this game, which took 8.5 hours, and I learned quite a bit from it, like how I should have gone to the tavern in Rim Elm right away, gone to the second floor and gotten the point card, which as you buy stuff you accumulate points which you can use in battle to deal damage, and it can deal up to the whole 4 9s of damage. So early on that could end up being great, and that can be mixed with, you get to play slots later on, and if you practice enough you can kind of get it, and there's like fists and feet that if you get 3 of those in a row you get a bonus round, and the bonus round you can get a lot of coins. It'll be like 3 numbers, 1 through 10. It'll be that number times the middle number times the third number. So you could get anywhere between 3 to 1,000 coins per run of that. And there's actually a couple rounds that you do. And in this fight, there's something I want to show you. It will be great. So, and this is my second time going through here. I did a bad, and I thought it was recording. So once I get to the save point that I saved at, I'm just going to load that file. So I could go through and just run from all of these fights, or at least attempt to run. So I don't exactly have to deal with them, and I don't have to waste, you know, like your guys' time. And it just wasn't recording. Unfortunately. And I was so heartbroken at that point. Like, holy crap. I was like, oh, it's already set up to one of them. So, none of these actually save, but they're really awesome. So, enjoy. Bam! Super arts. The problem with these arts is they don't get saved in your little art book thing. Yeah, it's annoying, but at the same time, it doesn't matter too much. So I can actually go through and skip all of these chests. Actually, no. I want to show you guys what's in these chests so that you know. That was a dumb move of me. Wow. Come on, guy. Come on. But yeah, she actually has one that's extremely good. There's accessories I could get later on that'll make it extremely easy to run away. Like the silver and golden compasses will greatly reduce the chance of me being ambushed and greatly increase the chance of me surprising the enemy. So that'll become really handy, a free turn against normal fights. And then if you really don't want to bother with fighting, you could get this Chicken King accessory, which allows you to guaranteed run from a fight. And then you could get a Speed Mail accessory, which guarantees whoever has it equipped goes first. Of course, ambush. And that's like no matter what, they go first. Even if you just so happen to be ambushed, they go first. So you can just run away right away. It makes life so much easier. But after I'm done recording this, I'm actually going to start a 100% run. Watching that, which is a 14-hour deal. So that's going to span a 2 or 3 days of watching. So it's definitely not something that's going to be right away. But during the any percent speedrun that I watched, I kind of realized how overpowered Wusarfas was. Like, I always knew she was really good due to the fact that she has such high base speed and agility. So she's able to get her attack gauge up much higher, which allows her to get up to 9 attacks extremely fast. And she has a super art called Super Tempest, which is kind of like the Tempest that we already have, but it deals a whole lot of hits. And then you could get elixirs and just stack a whole bunch of elixirs on her, and you can well, for time's sakes, you one-shot, like, you 2 to 3 shot most bosses, but you actually end up one-shotting the final boss. So, yep, attempt 2. It's good that I'm the level I am, because that makes it so much easier to run away. And I learned some stuff from that speed run. Like, oh, no, that's the way to go. Oops, that's the way to go. But, like, your attack stat greatly influences blocking. So, if you put the defender chain and a bunch of power elixirs on somebody, chances are they're blocking a boss's attacks more often than not. Which, whew, that can save a lot. And I also learned that even if an enemy doesn't have, like, the little element thing above next to them, they still have a specific element to them. Which, like, the 2 jewels I sold earlier to buy the defender chains, which, by the way, was totally worth it, you can greatly reduce how much damage a boss can do to you. And there's actually only 2 bosses I remember the element to, which is kind of obvious for them. So if I have the jewels, that'll make those fights super easy. And the second form fight of that, like the second fight that I mentioned that I remember, was one on my very first playthrough I got stuck at. So it'll be nice to be able to just greatly reduce how much damage they do. And that isn't the save point that I saved at before. I don't know why I'm going through. I'm just running through. I'm running through these fights and I bother to equip that on him. So we'll go through here. Now we got a little exploration to do, so that we can get a bunch of goodies. So surprise the enemy, that's always awesome. That makes life so much better. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, starting to scare me. And I also learned that playing this game on the PS3, there's a certain cutscene that always freezes the game on the PS3. And I thought it was my game disc that was the cause for that. But it turns out it was just the PS3, and I'll never get past that point. And that file is pretty powerful, you know, level 42 and all that. And there's actually one glitch in this game I'm going to attempt. It's debatable whether or not it's a real sequence break. Well, it's not a sequence break, but what it does is there's a room that you can't get to until your entire party is level 99, and you get a key, and then you can go in the room. Or you can just as easily use a 3-frame window after you're done with the boss that you have to fight. There's a couple frame window that will allow you to just walk right in. You know, no issues. So that's always a plus. And I think I completely forgot to adjust the volume on this game. So up until now, it's probably really low and you can't hear anything from the game. That is my fault. I obviously didn't go through to ensure sound quality beforehand, because there's a huge difference between the recording sound for Star Ocean and the recording sound for Legend of Legaia, and I have to greatly reduce Legend of Legaia. I mean, not Legend of Legaia, Star Ocean, so that, you know, it isn't super loud. You know, as from like first 2 episodes, you can tell that the audio, the gameplay audio is way louder. So this is probably basically silent up until the point that I mentioned it, which is unfortunate. But, you know what? There wasn't any cool music going on, just basic stuff, so there wasn't too much that got missed out on. So we're actually coming up on the save point, so once I collect these 2, I'll just head on over to the save point and load up my file, because there's a bunch of Saru I went out and got, and that just makes life so much easier. Like some levels, money, all this, that, and the other. So that will definitely come in handy. And in this final chest, we got, come on, you can do it. A burning jewel, which, so those 2 were, that's like element resist, you know, fire, wind, and a door of light. A door of light always comes in handy. So we'll go from here and load up. Man, I'm so glad that one of my save states just so happened to be right before purchasing like the defender chains and stuff. So that part, you know, recorded that whole little piece in there. And I was able to just continue on. So, you know, some level up. I'm going to magic. So the only real thing is I got in a lot of fights and I got a couple of Saru. Oh, it's Songy. Oh, yay, I get to beat him up now. Oh, I'm not sure if you can actually hear my knuckles cracking, but I definitely cracked some knuckles for this fight. Oh, come at me, boy. Come at me. Oh, this is gonna be good. You thought you're all... Wow, he's animated pretty well. You thought you were all big and bad. So theater is actually pretty OP Saru that you can use, because it attacks the enemy that you target, one to the left of it and one to the right of it. So you can hit up to 3 enemies at once. And wow, the lag on that. So, and as you can see, 414 beautiful damage. 236. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. So we're gonna theater you again. He's actually really close to being dead. I think after this, he only has about 100 or so health left. So it's his fault for crossing paths with me. I never said I was gonna fight him fair. That wasn't part of the agreement. He's gonna have a little extra life than that. Hyperwave, so I'm going to safety heal. And I love how much magic this guy has. Yeah. And I also learned that the stats you gain up, it isn't like guaranteed value. Ooh, I didn't kill his person side, You sealed your own demise, Sanji. Now, well, quote-unquote die. Because, spoiler alert, you do fight him multiple times before he ultimately dies. But this should actually get him, because he has about maybe like 900 lives. Yep. You're done, bitch. You're done. And this helps him catch up a little bit on experience. Ooh, Metal Ring. Metal Ring is amazing for Lucerfox, because it reduces AP costs. Yeah. Yeah. Weak rival is boring. Shut up, zombie. Just stop. The Lord of this by the Mist Generator. Yeah, I kind of figured that. You're too much of a punk to be a boss of a dungeon. Yeah. Yeah, we'll all kick his ass. To the Mist Generator! So real quick, let's... That was all that was needed. Items. And I just so happen to have 2 magic leaves, so we'll give... I won't give one to Hugh because I don't... Whatever. Both of you. Alright, so... Oh, wow. Completely forgot to go, so... Actually, what's... So, lower defense is her... Oh, that just increases AP accrual. Okay, I really don't care about that enough. But let's see. Steven would be the next good one for that. But I think I'll actually go through and reduce, you know, actual element damage on them. So that's all the time I have for this episode. If you enjoyed watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.